Hello there. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. How are we doing? Thank you for the stickers. Hello, Akira. Hello, Try. Hello, Weird. How are in general? Yes. Welcome. Hello, hello. How you doing? So as you may see in the title, this is going to be another music stream because I'm enjoying doing music and I want to do a stream where we don't have an hour of dead air before something gets made. You're dandy as hell. That's fantastic. Very Adam in the Ants-ish. Hello, Christy. How you doing? Yeah, so another old music stream. I'm a bit further away from the microphone due to there being a keyboard in the way, which hopefully you'll be able to see here. There it is. Oh, chat's in the way. How dare. How dare. I'm going to go over there. There we go. I thought it'd be nice to actually see what I'm playing as I play it. Yeah. Otherwise, there's literally nothing going on. So yeah, right. So last time we sort of jumped into this without any particular plan. How dare you indeed. So I've been in times that you downloaded the new Animal Crossing because it looks very relaxing. Oh, marvellous. I hear a lot of people are enjoying it, which is great. I hope you enjoy it too. Hey. Yeah. Rude chat. It'll be your first one. Fantastic. My first one was New Leaf, which was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. It's a good... Yeah, it's one of those ones. It's an unusual franchise because you have to sort of keep coming back to it. There's not a lot to do in any one sitting, but it encourages you to come back and do little bits, which is nice. So yeah, the music stream. So last time we did this, I didn't have a plan. I don't really have any musical plans right now, but I do have an overall idea, which is with all the other sort of creative streams we do, I tend to come up with some sort of format or project. And I thought it'd be nice to do something sort of similar with the music streams while my enthusiasm is still here, which obviously means that it's doomed to be abandoned at some point. But Piano Cam, hello from Piano Cam. Yeah, what was I saying? So projects, yes. And one of the projects I've always wanted to do is try to take a game and write a soundtrack for it. Which obviously games have soundtracks, so you have to take that one away and try and make your own. I haven't particularly been successful with that, but I thought if we're going to do something like that, it would be nice to do something stripped back, simpler than that, and preferably something that doesn't have a soundtrack. So what I thought we'd do, attempt to do, however far we may get along with it, fingers, hello. The mouse is here, by the way. That's my arm is stretched across the screen. Very. Yeah, what I thought we'd try and do is try and write something of a soundtrack for our playthrough of The Forest of Doom. What with the PAL and such. Because that doesn't have a soundtrack, because it's a book. Recorder, yes, I have a recorder sound in here, and I will play... Once I've gotten that down, I will learn it on the recorder and play it, don't worry. There will be a record... It sounds so realistic, it's awful. Let me get it up. That's a harp. I think it's under. There's a lot of nice instruments. I'm just using the Contact Factory library. I don't have many library stuff, so we're just going to do with what we've got. Recorders, got several recorders. Very lovely. So we can definitely do recorder. So I just thought it'd be nice to sort of write music for the Forest of Doom, and you know, it is up to us on what tracks we make. I obviously think PAL should have their own theme. It'd be nice to have sort of like an introductory theme and an ending theme. Maybe atmospheric parts for the first woods, then the plains, and then I suppose the hills as well. We make the whole Final Fantasy VII soundtrack in recorder. Well, when I first thought about making a game soundtrack, Final Fantasy VII was the first port of call, and I did plan it all out. It didn't go particularly well. The Well Tunnels, yep, that was another one that I thought would be nice. What I want to do is I want to try and keep it relatively small. This isn't going to be Lord of the Rings. This is going to be, you know, I don't know, something small. So, yeah. So that, as evidenced by the recorders. Yeah, and I just thought we'd sort of... I have no idea where to begin. I have no idea what to do. Obviously, the recorder will be a thing. I want a relatively small, sort of chambery feel rather than a big, dramatic one. Yeah, just a sort of little fantasy soundtrack of various bits and bobs. Sounds that I think would be nice. I was going to say the recorder, but it's not that that's nice per se. But appropriate. Harps, obviously. Always a pleasure. Let me turn that up so I can hear it. Pizzicato strings, always good. Sort of fun. Yeah, and that's about it really. This is as far as I got. Celeste probably in there. Celeste's always a good bet. Celeste sounds as such. It's not in there apparently. Orchestral percussion. Yeah. Where's my Celeste? Let's find a Celeste. Sample instruments. I did nick some stuff from Logic. It's probably illegal, but I bought it, so it's fine. Percussion, tune percussion, all keyboards. Celeste, no, that's samples. Where is it? It was easier to find than this. Where is my Celeste? I want a Celeste. That was important. Let's just do this. Sampler instruments, keyboards. Not a mallet. It's not a mallet, is it? No. Celesta? Hopefully don't crash. Okay, let's... Well, give me a second. This is not how I expected this to go, but here we are. I was going to put music on in the background, but that sort of eliminates the point. Go away. You. Nope. Logic. Sample files. Here we go. Orchestral. No. Ah, Celeste. Sure. Do that. Hooray! There we go. That's Celeste. Marvelous. Right. I'm going to save that so I don't have to do that again. Oops. Let's get that down to instruments, Logic, sampler instruments, orchestral, keyboards. What? Marvelous. Right. So yeah. So that's a bit loud in my ears. Then again, it's probably a bit loud on the stream. Do let me know about volumes. I don't know. These are always good for sort of fantasy things. Right. Yeah. Where do we begin? What? I don't want to come up with, because I've been trying in my head. I've been trying to come up with something for PAL, and the best I can come up with is a recorder, obviously. Probably a jig of some description. And probably something of an erratic time signature. I don't think they should be a straightforward sort of thing. Or we could do something more atmospheric to begin with, sort of ease ourselves into it. I don't know. Oh, there's a harp. Also trying to think of some nice... I don't really know sort of fantasy chord progressions, like... I used that one already, haven't I? But yeah, that's sort of some fun stuff. It's just a harp. Let's get that up. Go away, you. Up. Here we are. With various other bits and bobs. Flageolet. Lovely sound. That reminds me of Hollow Knight. Can't remember where. Is it the mines? Crystal Caves, whatever it is. We also need some sneaky sounds for when pals avoiding combat. Absolutely. And combat sounds as well. So I don't know where to begin. Harp back to an atmospheric one is always a good place to start. We're still on flageolet, turn that off. Oh, what song is that? That's a song, isn't it? Oh, Last Christmas. Wham. So we can't do that. It's not quite that, is it? It might be different enough. Yeah. Maybe. That's sufficiently different. And that's sort of sufficiently fantasy-esque sort of chord progression. Oh, that in and of itself is quite nice. Oh, there's a plane flying overhead. Hopefully you can't hear that. That's pretty loud. Oh, also my internet's been playing up today, so if the stream suddenly cuts off or there are lots of drop frames, as it seems there are, do let me know. It's getting much louder. My word, is that flying 3 feet above my roof? Oh yeah, how are your ears doing and all that, Kira? You alright? I quite like it. What does this sound like? This is there anything in the Forest of Doom that this sounds like? I'm not exactly writing for something, I just came up with the thing. An element of sort of Yastromo's tower, maybe? Sort of mysterious sort of thing. You had an appointment to get your hearing tested on Tuesday, but you think you need to reschedule it. They called you about the appointment and you missed the call, but you can see why they might want to cancel it for now. That seems fair enough. Hopefully you can get it sorted, though. So yeah, try not to think about Wham when I play this, but maybe it could be more playful, more. We could have a playful bit in the middle. It doesn't have to be atmospheric the whole way through. Go back to harp for now. I really should have gone with the part of the story and go like, let's write something for this rather than just random stuff. Last Palmas. I think Pal's heart remained intact. I think the shoulders took the brunt of the impact. Jeez. Interesting. I still have no idea what this is for. I feel like maybe Nostromo, like this is playing in the background of Nostromo's, you know, when you're looking around all the weird artifacts and stuff. Because there's nothing really... It's quite sort of calming, and it doesn't... I can't think of another place in the game where it's calm. Like, it's always kind of tense, you never quite know what's going to be around the corner. Okay, so this can be Nostromo's tower theme. If anyone wants a refresher on what happened in the story, do let me know. There's 30 hours of YouTube VOD if you want to go through all that. Okay, so I quite like the... This is probably going to end up being quite simple, sort of not a lot beyond harp. Maybe the occasional recorder part. Yeah, maybe at some point going to make that book. Oh, that's... I'd love to see if you do, but there's obviously no pressure. I do like that. Ah, it's loud. From Miss is Miss crying. Anywho, oh, it's Starfinder, isn't it? Yeah. Well, send my enthusiasms. And hello, if you're watching the VOD. Hope you're having a wonderful time, whatever day it is. If you can think of parts of this story to that you'd like to hear some music for, and particularly if you have any ideas for what that should sound like, do let me know. I think we got sort of enough material to get us going. I'm interested to come up with sort of counter melodies, because there's quite a lot of space. Do we do... Is this all harp, or are we going to do something else? So, like, the harp's doing the... And then we've got something else over the top. What else did we have? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that. Here, absolutely zero recorder. Quite the same sort of atmosphere. I mean, we could... What song does Power play at the Evil Woman? I don't know. I imagine Pal has like a go-to melody, which we'll probably get around to writing at some point. Which is, again, probably a jig and probably a weird time signature. But, hopefully not too fast, because I'll have to play it. Right. So that's that. What was this? Oh, yes. That'll be good for that bit. This was... I don't think we'll need that in this one. Anything else we could get for this? Maybe just normal strings. You got like a glissando, maybe? Tremolo. Suspense. Let's go back to the... Won't need glissando for this. You haven't heard it yet. Haven't written it yet. Turn that off. I keep forgetting you can see them. There's a controller over here that does the mod wheel. Bassoon. What about a bassoon? Maybe two, or like something like that, like a clarinet or an oboe. Bass? What? You mean string bass thing? There'll probably be. Well, do we need that? Do we need a particularly low register in this? Maybe, maybe not. Hang on. Let me just grab this again. Why are you scrolling there and not where my mouse is? Can you see my mouse? Well, you can't see my mouse. Can you? No. That would help if you could see it. Give me a second. Show my mouse, thank you. Oh, it's just disappeared altogether. Wonderful. There it is. Here's my mouse. Cursor, strictly speaking. You think like a bass flute? Yeah, something like that. Cor anglais? This is taking the wrong MIDI input. Lovely. It sends back a zealousness, which you are unsure if you think that means jealousness. Probably not necessary for this. Yeah, let's try kind of go away. Probably not bassoon. I can't control the. Actually, can I? I might be able to. Kinda. Doesn't quite work, but. Let's try the cor anglais. Or English horn, as it's also known. For funny sneaky times, the bassoon is very good for silly low-end stuff, and I'm sure we will use it a lot. Can you do that? Yeah. A bass clarinet? We do. If it's good enough for Muse, it's good enough for me. If it would work. Cool, it's bass, isn't it? I didn't realise it. That's as high as it goes, I didn't realise that. Too low. Normal clarinet. Not for that bit. But it's definitely got a place. Maybe it's a sort of counter melody sort of thing. Let's get this harp thing down while I'm here. Also try and work out a... This is... Le harp. No, harp. Back with the G&T. Marvellous. Who are they? What was I playing? let's get the bass part down, or the rhythm part. Rhythm and pad. I tend to think, because I'm not particularly well versed in instrumental music stuff, I come from a rock music background. I tend to try and divide any piece of instrumental music I hear up into the melodic parts, the rhythmic parts, and the pad parts, or the chord parts. Sometimes they overlap, sometimes there's bits that move in and out of each other, but generally speaking, that's a good way of splitting things up, and this is sort of being both rhythm and pad. Okay, what we'll do, because this is, hang on, I need to find out a way of fixing this for good. I do this on every project. So how fast is that? Why can't I play? Hey. Well, why wasn't that doing? Why are you not playing? Don't do this to me. I'm not even recording or anything. Oh, it's... No, that didn't help. Oh, okay. Record monitoring auto. Whatever that means. Off, okay. Did I mention that I'm kind of new to this software? It's not... So... Another plane. What is going on? A plane or a helicopter? Or might be a helicopter, actually. Is there like some sort of police chase that I'm not aware of going on? Plane full of COVID. No. The crows, not the crows! Okay, so... What's the speed? Oh. Good. Quickly quantize. Sure, good enough. And now let's just loop that and drive ourselves insane while we work out a tempo. Oh, that didn't. That didn't quantize how I thought. Oh yeah, so it didn't. Better? Nope, not quite. Okay. Sure. Right. So what do we want? Fasten that. Slower than that. We'll get there. Oh, I just realised you couldn't see the quantizing I was doing. Oh, maybe 90 was right. Maybe that's too fast. So I'm changing the... So, I'm recording this in MIDI. Obviously, this is not a harp. So I'm recording just the signals from this keyboard. The signals are turning up as these little green bars. And the little green bars are interpreted as notes in the thing. As a consequence, a lot of digital audio workstations make it so that these bars are aligned with the beats as per described by the beats per minute up here and the time signature. So if you change those things, it can automatically adjust and go, oh, okay, well, this was on this beat. Will, if I slow the whole thing down, it'll say, oh, okay, we'll just move all the beats along so that it still lines up. So as a consequence, I can just play it, quantize it, and then adjust the BPM, and everything will slow down or speed up. If you did that with an audio file, it wouldn't, and it would just all be out of time. So yeah, what are we doing? A little bit faster. That sounds like a good speed. Cool. So let's get cracking. So how's it gonna go? Did I do that? Okay. I forgot what chord came next. There's some stuff that needs fixing in there, the Fs in particular. It's all the timings all over the place. Yep, that's a major, not a minor, thank you. I also messed some others. Let's listen through. Didn't really want to do that there. Should be fine. My timing is terrible. That's where I forgot what to do. Let's take all of this and drag it forward ever so slightly and then quantize roughly. That looks awful. Why are you doing that? Because we are in a grid of 16ths. I wanted in a grid of 8ths. Yeah. Why does it look like that? Oh, we're in triplets. No, I don't want to quantize to triplets. Thank you very much. No. Thank you. That's better. Okay, it's a sketch, yeah. Oh. Okay, I did 2 there, that's fine. Only need 1 really, don't I? Oh. Alright. That's where we do the different chord. So from I'm not doing that to a click track. What am I doing? Just realised. I mean, it shouldn't really matter, but I should, because I'm not particularly good at keeping time. Let's do all that again. Thinking maybe less of the. Let's keep it less monotonous. How to do something different here. Let's maybe pauses. Not there. could just copy this, can't I? We'll probably do roughly the same the second time round, but with different instrumentation, make it more interesting. Let's stick this all together. Actually, no, let's undo all of that. Grab this. I can't do that. Oops. Okie dokie. Right. Now let's do it. Wonderful. Right. Let's see if we can't do something else for the high part. The Celeste won't work. Well, the Celeste we wanted to do this bit. That work? Up's good. Let's do that while I'm here. Later. There. Cool. Where's that recorder come in? Change that. Don't need that for this. Try it soon. Oh, far too high for a bassoon. Maybe we should go for a proper one. This is going to take a while because this one is not very good. I mean, it's very nice. Very well recorded, but it's a bit of a faff. So. Needs some sort of reverb. Let's get the good reverb up. All this room. Give me some reverb. That'll do. Sure. And let's send it to this. Fabulous. A bit loud for bassoon? Maybe. Or we could swap something. Would that be too much? Hang on, let me reset this. Turn that off. Release layer off. Sort out the key switch. So this is a full woodwind ensemble in one keyboard. So at the bottom, we've got bassoons. Then we've got clarinets, flutes, no, oboes, flutes, piccolo. So it'd be nice if we sort of... Maybe. Yeah, kind of. I messed it up there. I like that idea. It's alright. Gives it a bit of depth. You're just talking with your niece again, so a bit absent-minded. No worries. The ability to hold more than one conversation is something I aspire to. Okay. So, let's try and put this down. We might change our minds later. That's fine. No worries. Yeah, I don't like the last bit. Right. How are we going to make the second part sound different? I also want, like, some sort of replies thing. Something like that. Let's do this on a separate thing, because otherwise it's going to get angry at me. These are Woods Ensemble. Woods Ensemble reply. Sure. Why not? We have something higher. I forgot what I played before. That was it, yeah? Oh, that's what I did, yeah. There's something there. It's lacking some sort of energy, some sort of curiosity. At the moment, it's just sort of drifting. Maybe the pizzicato strings might help. That's a clarinet. I changed that. Okay, let's go with. Yep. And add it to the reverb. Maybe for the second part, once we sort of. I like that, that's good. Do we need it down there, or? It's gonna need mixing, but. good. It's starting to sound like an actual piece of music now. There's a couple of things I wanted to change. Let's listen. This I should name these. Staccato. Let's do this. Glissando. Oh, whoops. Okay. Do we need glissando? Maybe. Give it a go. That's a bit much, isn't it? Set that up. Give me a small room. A little bit. So glissando is just sliding between notes, so like that. Off. Be nice, maybe not legato, maybe just sustain. Enough. Yeah, name those layers. We're gonna have contact 5, contact 5, contact 5. It's the layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. Right. No, two lower ones. A viola and a cello. Ooh! Ooh! Swell up again. I can't control. I don't have 3 hands. Right. So I'll need to do dynamics in post, but that's fine. I think the pizzicato should come back in after this, but hello Felicity Rocks 10. How you doing? We're trying to write some music for a fantasy thing that we did a while ago. Just trying to write some music, really. Why not? Put dynamics in later. Just get the notes down. Oh no, I want it to come in before. I want it to build up a bit. So how to do that? Something like that. No, too early. I forgot that in music streams the alerts are significantly louder in my ears than anything else. Thank you very much for following. And the stickers. Cool dog. Cool corgi. What's it called? Cool corgi, yeah. Is this right though? Does this feel... It sounds nice, but is it right? Again, we're gonna have the dynamics. My hand stretched there. Just about. Can you hang on? Grab that thing. You see that stretch? Not really. The cable's not long enough. No, I can't do that. Oh well. People have a limited stretch with regards to their playing, so I can do C to D relatively comfortably. C to E is a bit of a stretch. So, whatever. Meow Karoon, thank you very much for the sticker. Yeah, is this right? This doesn't... Is this Yastromo-y, you know? Like I say, is it... Does it fit the scene that we want? Maybe just the cello? That's... I never know. I never know where certain instruments stop. I know string instruments have quite a good range, but there's only so many strings you have. It's doesn't sound Nostromo-esque. And I want the pizzicato to come back in anyway. So let's sort that out. Build up to something. And that's well, allow me to set the scene. We first arrive in the Forest of Doom. We meet a dwarf who has been shot and is dying, and tells us that we need to find the two pieces of a hammer, and then he dies. Well, he says that we need to do that to bring peace to the dwarves because there's a bad thing coming and they need to band together. So we go and do that, and there's a piece of paper in his sack that says, go to Nostromo's tower. So we go to this tower where Nostromo lives. Nostromo is a wizard, and he essentially sets us on our quest, and it gives us all our information and allows us to buy magical artifacts. So we're in a tower of a wizard who's selling us lots of strange and wonderful things. His library is full of weird magical artifacts. So I'm feeling that cello viola sort of thing is a bit somber. I don't really feel like that's right. It needs to be more sort of Mysteria. I mean, the somber. I suppose that could fit because we've just seen someone die, but we're trying to yeah. Yeah, I do know back in the day you used to get things to stretch your fingers. So that you'd put a device between your. Hang on. I explicitly I explicitly cut off the top of the webcam so that you could. It was a bit conciser, but now I need it. So to sort of put it between your sort of thumb and your little finger, and then there'd be a thing in between that would just sort of stretch them out so that you could reach further on the piano, and it's doesn't sound pleasant. I'm all right with my C to D, thank you very much. Right. So yeah, let's bit see this. I am in chat, not in the thing. Right. Tremolo. No? Anyone else feeling tremolo? High tremolo? There it is. What's that called? You need because your tiny hands. You haven't been able to play piano. I don't know. It's a hand stretcher. So very quiet. Well, that's just what the Celeste is doing, isn't it? It sounded good in my head. Probably not in real life, though. Not really. I always get stuck on little things like this. The mood. I mean, let's say what other sort of fantasy sort of instruments? Thing is, this isn't really the fantasy. Well, it is, but it's not like we're not in the forest, as it were. Just thinking it can't be good to stretch your balls. Not really, no. I imagine it's not advised. But yeah, I've come to the conclusion I will never play Rachmaninoff. A bit much for me. I don't really have many individual instruments. Oh, yeah, maybe brass. Maybe like a French horn or something. Because this is quite sort of grandiose. I don't want much. I don't want like a big orchestra sort of sound. But maybe just like one French horn. Is there anything wrong with the tune? Don't know how to improve on music. It's just really beautiful. You don't need to know how to improve music. The wonderful thing about it is that you know what sounds good to you, and you know what sounds better to you. Occasionally, sometimes it's more difficult to tell. So if anything I do sound, you think, oh, I have assigned that to the wrong thing. Remove that. Learn that. There we go. So if anything sounds better or worse to you, do let me know, because that is a very good gauge. A trumpet with a cat in it. I don't think I have a muted trumpet, do I? Now, there might be an articulation for muted in here. None of those look muted, do they? Does this have it? Session. That doesn't sound muted, does it? What, raccoon? What? The thin, squishy stuff that gets stretched the most. You know what? You know what? Despite the fact that I was the one who came up with the idea, drew it, and then put it on a sheet of stickers, it took me until now to work out what you were talking about. Oh dear. Right. French horn. We don't have that in this. This is session horns for sort of. There's some nice stuff in here actually. I love it. Anyway, French horn. An angry squirrel with a rock. we can write some music for that. Like, I don't know how big this is going to be, but or whether or not it'll get past one track. Who knows? It's just a way of me writing a nice selection of music, and it would be nice if it was associated to a thing. So, I did the thing again. Do not attach to my foot pedal. Thank you very much. What is happening there? Oh, we're fine. Oh, and my internet went weird. Oh, we've dropped a lot of frames. I'm not doing anything. We've dropped a lot of frames for not having done anything. That's very sharp. Where's the chocolate? Sfortsand? I don't know what any of these words mean. What's Sfortsand? Literally the opposite of what I want. It might be worth actually doing the Cine Symphony for this one, so let's do that. I want to buy... This is... The annoying thing is, the way I was going to pay for this was by selling some of my instruments, but it's very difficult to sell something when everyone's staying at home and doesn't want to go around the house with someone else. But I really, really want to buy a plugin by Spitfire Audio called the BBC Symphony Orchestra, which is recordings of the BBC Symphony Orchestra, so that I can play the BBC Symphony Orchestra. Problem being, I don't have £1,000 to spare, and it's quite a lot. So, and I'll also need to upgrade my RAM on my computer. I don't have to, but it'll be very convenient to do. So let's get this down to just the horns. This is a bit of a hack. I don't think you're supposed to do this with this thing, but hey, I bought it. It's just a bit too big. I want big. That's out of tune. What's going on there? That took him a while to get into tune, didn't it? Thank you very much, Cine Samples or whoever it was who did this. Recorded at the MGM recording stage, Sony Pictures, doesn't say. Okay, so we don't really have a good French horn. That's a problem. I want a good French horn. French horn ensemble, will that sound better? Give me level. Okay. Doesn't have that feeling. Got a good baritone in there, might give you the smooth chocolate vibe you're going for. Not really. Like I say, I'm using the Contact Factory library, which comes with Contact. I don't know if it comes with Contact. I bought a Contact library and it came with it, which is good because I would up until now, or maybe Logic has something. Let's look under Logic again. There is, hang on, let me save this because there is a possibility when I load stuff from Logic that things will crash. My assumption being that it's part of the copy protection. So let's try. We have sampler instruments. I want orchestral brass. That's a lot of French horns. French horn solo. Don't crash. Yes. Okay, I can do that. Sure. Sec. I need to do all these at some point so I don't have to do them individually every time I want an instrument. Sampler instruments, logic, sampler files, French horn. There we are. Yes? No? No. Apparently not. Is this fun to watch? Logic. Files. Okay, let's go on to orchestral. Yes, no, that's just a choir. So where's my French horn? Oh, that's French horns. Horn? Horn solo. There we go. Aha! Marvellous. Now let's save this again so I don't have to do that. Let's stick it under... sampler instruments, logic, sampler instruments. Orchestral. Brass. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This is a bit better. I have no control. Nah. Give me control. I want expression. French horn solo legato probably would have been better. I've got to do this again. Come on. Sorry, people are talking and my things are in the way. Just an update. Your niece has moved her phone because she's making TikToks and it's embarrassing. Oh, TikTok. I will never understand you. Sampler instruments. Logic. Sampler. File. Oh. Yep. You can go away and I can save you. Same place. Good, good. Now, do you sound better? Probably not. Ah. Give me the Spitfire one. It's going to be so good. Can anyone lend me $1,000? Okay, we'll do without that for now. Oh, we might try it with this. Let's try it with this. See how it goes. It's a bit much, but... Oh, hang on. If we turn this off, might sound better. Turn off the reverb. See now. No, it just sounds far away, doesn't it? Maybe we want that. Ooh, far too low. It's in the same area as the bassoon, and it's not quite what I wanted. Trumpet, maybe. Get right up there. None of this is sounding right. What is it? What is it we're missing? Maybe it needs to be faster, maybe. Something with a more sort of... I'm a bassoon! That's very kind of you. Working our way up. was that? I'm glad people like this, because I have no idea whether this is interesting or not. I'm just doing what I'd normally do. What am I playing? Blah. Always silly is my watchword. Right. Yep. A bit more tense in the second half. Maybe that's where the tremolos can come in. Sort of swells of tremolo. That needs a lot of fixing before it's any good. Yeah, it needs rhythm is what it needed. Remember me saying? Rhythm, pad, melody. Also drink. You're in a music session, you say heavy string bass, wow. We could put it in that last bit actually. What was this? What did this end up being? Horns. Could do that. Give me a good legato. Good legato. Oh yes. One of the other advantages of the BBC Symphony Orchestra is that they have their own software. They don't use Contact. So if you load up 50 instances of Violins 1, it will only actually load one instance of all the samples, which is fantastic on memory, because at the moment this is 238 megabytes of RAM being used by this one instrument. And if I want to have an entire, let's say, quintet, that would be over a gigabyte of RAM just for those. So, RAM hoarder, yes. I need to upgrade my RAM. I only have 8 gigabytes on this, which is perfectly serviceable for most purposes, but I would like more. 8, yes. Thank you, Try. It's been fine up to now. It's just, if I start having, orchestral arrangements and stuff, I'm going to have to bounce things down and turn off samples. Purge, that's what that button there's for. Purge. Purge the samples. Go away. How many slots can you get? 2 more 4 gigabytes, or do you have to get 2 times 8 gigabytes? I only have 2 slots, unfortunately. But I'm thinking of getting 2 16s, so should cover me for most things. Yay, nay? Oh, good work there. Ooh. It's so annoying when the sound completely changes from one note to the next. So much sharper, so much harsher. Make sure whatever RAM you get will work in future motherboards so you can carry it forward. Last time you upgraded your RAM was way too out of date. Yeah. I feel like I think I was looking into this recently. I don't know an awful lot about it, but I feel like I've got this. My motherboard is pretty capable of taking up-to-date stuff, so you can help, absolutely. I wasn't going to buy anything without consulting you first. Because like the computer I have wasn't, you know, I deliberately chose not to buy a cheap computer. That one was deliberately built cheap. I decided to buy an inexpensive, well-made one, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Unfortunately, there's only not a huge amount of expansion possible, but, you know, this should last me for bloody ages. I reckon we can put that in. That works. So yeah, the next... We've essentially got to... one thing I did want to try. Because it's... What is it? It's been a while since I've actually played the art part. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to add a little... I tend to like... With instrumental music, I tend to like going A, B, A, C, B. Just me. Not in terms of like structure. So there's section A, section B. At the moment, it's section A, section B, section A, section B, end, which is a bit boring. So let's go for section A, section B, section A, section C, even though it sounds like it wants to end section A and then to B. So, try and work that out. So it's, I'm sure you do, Try. I'm sure you do. I like going C, A, B, B, A, G, E. That's the theme tune of my avatar character. It's in 5/4. It's probably quite nice. It's Thing! Cabbages! There's the cabbage song. What was I doing? Yes, we want to put in a middly bit, don't we? Yes. So we want to go from. Is that? I always do that, but it is effective. I want to try and find a way of getting back to the start of Section B in an interesting fashion. Section B starts. What's that bit? So how can we get up to that? I want to maybe some sort of build up. That's S.E. Cinders, isn't it? Oh no, it's Red Dwarf. Love that chord progression. Anyway, I need to sit down and analyze that, see why it works. Yes, we want. This would be a good way to end as well. Work if I play it right. It's too far down, I just realised. That's better. Cool. That works. So I don't want to end there. That's exactly where I want to go. Hang on, is it? Yes. There. Wonderful. Go away. Wait, is that how it went? Da, 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 da. Yes, it is. Ah. Click track. Whoops. Ability to play. We should probably go up at some point, shouldn't we? Oh, we can do it at the D. Do that. Make it smooth. Or a glissando. Do a whole kind of thing. Better down. Why don't we do that? For the second one, we can change that around a bit. Let's just get this idea down first. Why are you not doing? That's not what that. What? Reaper, stop being confusing. What with who? Go away. What? So if this MIDI window is selected, if I press R, you can see up here, the loop button turns on. But if this is selected and I press R, it records. Wonderful. So weird. Okie dokie. Cool. So we don't want that, we want that. Yeah, I want. What was this? Like a bit more. Something. Let's try the ensembles. No. Okay, this is just to remind me of stuff. Yeah, hang on. How are we gonna do? Can we stick this at the end again? Be nice. A B A C B A C. Let me get the other bit down before we end. Just get all the stuff down. Because Stalin Chris is grey, Chris has hair all over his face. That one of those is true. So what were we doing here? We were doing We kind of want the same thing here as here. Let's grab this again. Although it will be slightly different instrumentation the second time, of course. That. So let's turn you off for a second. Nope, that. Shush. What I want. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do there. But the point being that is down. Wonderful. Everything's grand. Nope. What? What? Stop doing that. Okay, I can fix that manually. Reaper is weird. Don't worry about it. Also, my apologies to anyone who plays the bassoon based on something I write, because you are not allowed to breathe. I don't know why that's like that. Sure. That's not... There we are. Okay, is there anything I wanted to get down? Down. Oh yeah, we wanted to see if we can do the same thing. Because that's a nice ending. We could do that. That works fantastically. That's not it at all. Also, that comes in at the wrong place. So let's change that. And then the same thing. It's not long enough. Give me another. Give me another. I will add more dynamics to this. It's a bit repetitive at the moment, but... we don't have to do that. We can repeat this again. We can end on a chord that's completely different to the actual note. let's delete this. Sorry, I'm just going to get this down before I forget. It's a little cheesy, but I can live with it for now. Give that another couple of rounds. Very much a cut and paste job at the moment. Bassoon players have infinite lungs, right? Was there anything else I wanted to get down first? So this is a bit, like I said, because we don't have all of this circular breathing yet. You cannot play the bassoon in my orchestra unless you have at least 2 years' experience with the didgeridoo. Just have multiple bassoon players. Yeah, that works. Yeah, so once we get the pizzicatos in, it'll liven itself up a bit. Yeah, this works. Because the thing I'm trying to this is Nostromo's Tower. And I don't want it to sound too somber, because this is supposed to be a sort of, it's an interesting place with lots of weird items and magical things. But it's a place of calm, and it's one of the last places of calm you have. So I wanted to have a bit of, I don't know, that sort of feeling. I'm excited to get to more sort of quirky, strange pieces, but for now, I think that will do. Yeah, that's a thumbs up. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you for coming along. Should I listen through? We do a listen through before we end? It's very unfinished. Maybe not. We'll have a listen through when I finished it, and we'll start on the next one. Listen through now. Let's have a listen through. Let's go. Oh, no, do you know what? We'll listen through as the outro music. How about that? Actually, just realised can't do that because of the way... No, I can do that. Let's... so it's an audio input capture. Yes, there it is. Should be able to hear it here, yes. Let me play something so you can hear. Yeah, that's working. Wonderful. Right, so we will have a nice listen through. Well, nice will be subjective. We'll have a listen through, and we will end the stream there. So thank you everyone for coming along. I'm glad people like this, because the first one I did of this was very sort of all over the place. The second one I did had an hour of dead air, hence the title of this stream. But this one's going well because I actually have a plan, even though I don't know what I'm writing. So thank you for coming to stream. It's always nice to chat with these sorts of things and have a bit of guidance and people suggesting ideas, as is necessary occasionally when you're like, I don't know what to do. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming along. It's always nice. So tomorrow we are carrying on with a game that actually has a good soundtrack, Rio and the Tendrils Fob. What did we do last time? Oh yeah, we escaped the water thing. That was fun. Not the water one, the air one. So we now have air currents, and we're going somewhere else, which is nice. Yeah. Thank you for coming along. No, you're wonderful. What was the Keanu Reeves thing? You're something. It kind of takes the edge off the compliment if you can't remember what it is. Anyway, breathtaking. That's the word. Yes, Kiro. There. Thank you. Yeah, you're word taking because I can't remember what it is. Yes. Enjoy yourselves. Have a wonderful time. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If not, enjoy whatever it is you're doing. Yeah, they're words. Sure. Goodbye.